Hey DTVlogs Squad, welcome back to another video. Today we are in Canada and we have just landed in Toronto, so I'm going to give you a quick room tour of our room. Let's go. So when you first come in, here's the door, and then there's this big TV and all these cupboards, and we've actually not had a look yet, so I'm assuming there's a mini fridge here. Yes. Oh, so there's nothing in there, but we can put our water in there and keep it all cool because there's some water here. And there's this nice big desk, and then over here is a big bed, and the room's actually really spacious considering there's not that much in here. And there's some big windows here. It's not really a view of anything though. And then there's like two sofas, and I think this is the wardrobe, I believe. Oh wait, is it a double wardrobe? Oh, that's really cute. Okay, yeah. And then over here is the bathroom, and it's got a nice big shower, toilet, and then a sink and a nice mirror. And then we have the exact same room over on that side, and it's like an interconnecting room, so I can just give you a quick look and show you that it's all the same. But yeah, that is all for the room tour, but I will insert videos and photos of what we get up to while we're in Canada, because we have jam-packed days for the next 2 weeks, so it will be very exciting, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye. Okay, so we landed in Toronto at the airport, and we just went straight for dinner in the hotel because it was super late, so this is what we had. Then the next morning, this was my breakfast. It was a croque monsieur, and then we went to a museum, and this is what the museum looks like outside. And then just after, this is the next step building that was right by our hotel. Then we went to the St. Lawrence market for lunch. After that, we went segwaying in the distillery district, and this is Dylan on the segway with the guy who was instructing him on how to go through the cones and move on the segways. And we did this tour for about an hour, so this was just us sort of getting used to the segways, and you'll see a clip of me doing it in a minute. But it was so good. The guy was he had lots of facts and was telling us all about the district, and it was quite cool to do on a segways rather than walking. And then that evening we went for dinner, so these were the different things we had. It was kind of a small plate vibe, and we got some margaritas as well, and they were so good. And all the food was just delicious, and we were all so full by the end. And then this was pretty cool. So he basically set it on fire, which was so cool. I had to record for you guys. That's cool.
So kind of the reason we do this, actually...
Okay, and now this is the next day. We are on a little organised tour, and we're on our way to Niagara Falls. This was probably one of my favourite days in Toronto because Niagara Falls was so cool. So we went on a boat tour, and you had to wear these red ponchos, which you'll see in a minute. And none of us thought we were actually going to get as soaked as we did, but spoiler alert, we got drenched. But the views were so good, so I would highly recommend going to Niagara Falls and 100% put the ponchos on that they give you. Like, you're going to need it. But the views were amazing. I got so many good pictures, and the water, actually, supposedly the tour guide told us that it's meant to be really good if you're tired or jet lagged, so we were really trying to get some of that water on our face as we'd only been in Toronto for like a day at this point. But yeah, the views were just incredible, and I'm going to let you listen to the sound on some of these clips because it was so loud as well.
I kind of underestimated how wet we were going to get.
And as you can hear Dylan saying, it really was like you were soaked from head to toe. Our socks were soaking wet. It was crazy, but it was such a good view from the bottom, and we got so close to the water. This is the video from up at the top. But yeah, incredible. If you are in Toronto, 100% go to Niagara Falls. It is a once in a lifetime experience. And this is what I got for my lunch. Of course, had some sushi, and then the tour went on. We went to this little area, and just over the water is America. Then we went to try some maple syrup and some chocolate, and we had some dinner. So this is us at dinner, and then I had a steak and chips and a little cocktail. And then the next day we went to the CN Tower, and so these are the views from the top. This is a little plane that was taking off from the island in the middle. That's actually a lake. That's Lake Ontario. And then this is the views of the city of Toronto. And this is another more zoomed in clip of another plane taking off, because it was really fascinating because they look tiny but they're actually full-sized planes. So quite hard to believe because it doesn't look it. It looks like it'd be a private jet, but they are full-size planes. And then after the CN Tower, we went to another museum, and I thought that this one exhibit was so cool, the way it was 3D. And then here are some pictures of some of the paintings that I really liked as well, just because they were so colourful. Okay, and then this is Ripley's aquarium, which I thought was so cool. This is the guy feeding all of the fish and they're just kind of going out the food. But I really enjoyed this aquarium because there were so many different sea creatures that you can see, and I just thought it was really cool. Like later there were some turtles, sharks, stingrays, and lots of different types of fishes. So I really enjoyed this, and I haven't been to an aquarium in such a long time, so I would definitely recommend this too. And then we went for brunch, and this place was really cool. They came around handing out the napkins for us to wave in the air. They just really wanted to get like the vibes really good while these guys were playing their music. And so I'm going to let you listen to it. And then we went on a little boat tour over the lake, and we got a really nice view of sort of the skyline of Toronto. And this was one of the last things we did while we were in Toronto. And then we went for dinner, and we had this tasting menu. This is the menu, and here's a pictures of some of the dishes that we got. It was all so delicious, and we were all so full by the end, but it was really cool. And yeah, this was one of the last things we did in Toronto. After this, we went straight to bed, and we got on a plane the next day to Calgary. So stay tuned if you want to see the Calgary video. I'll see you next time. Bye.